that's a very brief explanation of what happens in a golf swing. But in actuality, it's that simple. Now, we do have to have some kind of posture to start with. Get this out of the way. So if we stood erect, right, with the chin off the chest. Why is this important with the chin off the chest? See? Because that's where your shoulder goes on a backswing. Where a lot of people then from the waist, their chin is here, then the shoulder pushes the chin back. So you stand erect with the chin off the chest. Now your stance is about shoulder width apart, with the left toe turned about 20 degrees toward the target and the right about 5. So you bend forward from the waist, keeping the legs straight, and then you sit. Now the arms just hang comfortably from the side. That's about it. Now you've heard this position, right? Now, when you hold the club, you can see I just got 2 pivot points here. One is under the heel of the hand, and the other is going diagonally across the heel to the inside of the forefinger. And from there, the thumb goes down the right side of center. Now, if we just raise this up, you can see how it cocked itself. Conversely, we lowered it. It uncocked. We didn't have to make it do that. We just lowered the club and it did it automatically. It uncocked the left wrist, but not forward. See, it's a down and out motion at the same time. And then the club just swings at the target. Any motion made to hit the ball forward bends the left wrist. So it's down and out. It's down and out toward first base. But the ball won't go toward first base. So if you're outside and you put the ball on a tee and hit it like that, I guarantee it'll go right at the pitcher. But if you try to hit it at the pitcher, you shut the face down. Now, the right hand and right forearm are the real keys to the golf swing. Because once we turn it here, this motion is called a turn, and all you're doing is turning the club face away from the ball. Right? There. Now, right forearm pickup is what pulls the shoulder. It isn't that I turn this by itself. I keep the right elbow in front of it and pick the club up. Now, you can see how everything is turned there. Now, in an instant, this is what people are teaching. And that's totally correct. Where should the club be at this point? You should have already hit it. So driving the hips and legs is not it. It's from here. Here's the motion. So what did my hips and legs do at this point? They didn't do anything. You just follow it up. And the way to teach that to yourself is you hit very short go shots. Very short go shots with your lob of clubs. Now we're talking about a wedge, 9-iron, any kind of club. You're not going for any distance either. Now, the same thing applies to a little chip shot. You're standing here, open, and of course you already know this. Raise the club up so the left wrist is uncocked. Not level, but uncocked. Right now the forearm pulls it back and the forearm pushes it through. Now, did my body swing it? Did my arms swing it? Or were you aware of your hands swinging it? Well, since if we feel through the thumb here, you notice how Ray Floyd wears his bandage around his forefinger here? That's where you feel this club. But if I lock it under here, under the heel here, that left wrist is totally uncocked, right? And the right wrist is uncocked. And you just, and there you are. So what moves the club here are the hands. The hands pull, the hands push. You can see as long as it's locked under here, you can't very well mess that up. Now, as this gets a little longer, right, we merely pull it back a little further and keep your body steady now. And there you go, just like that. So what did my body move in response to? My body did not lead. I give you one big clue here. Swing the club head in front of your left side. Swing the club head in front of the left side. See it? And from there, everything follows. Everything follows. See it? But it's the club head that's got to be swung. The club head. What controls the club face is the flat left wrist. See? It may not be flat to start with, but as you take it back, it flattens out as we go back further. You still swing the club head. And we're not swinging it at the target. We're swinging it out toward first base. And what that'll do is hit the ball right at the pitcher with a little drawing action. Drawing action. So it's a right forearm pick up with a turn. And now it's a right forearm. See? Past your left side. Right forearm past your left side. And that's going to go right at the it'll go kind of like at the second base with a little draw. Get a few more balls. Now you notice I'm not talking about power accumulators, and I'm not talking about pivot points and pressure points and all that stuff. I'm not doing any of that. You've got to have the proper posture. Do you understand that? Here, here, and here. What I call a 3-point set. 1, 2, 3. The arms essentially hanging vertically. And from here, the first move is there. And at the same time, the right hip goes back. Now, what do you do from here? Throw that club head right past your ball. Don't think of your body. Don't think with the body. The club shaft, swung by the hand, goes down and out on the plane. Down and out on the plane. It's down and out on the plane, like you're going to throw it away. Down and out on the plane. From into out on the plane angle. Into out on the plane angle. And that motion just carries you to a full finish. So, the less we get involved with the body, the better off you're going to be. After all, it's what I call a whip-like action. Matter of fact, I had a tape years ago I called the whip it and zip it, right? He just is a right down and out on the plane angle. Right from here, down and out. See, I don't move the body at all. Down and out on the plane angle. Down and out. Till both arms extended. Right? Here. What did I do here? So I turn it here. Now, put your right hip behind it. There you are. Perfect. Perfect. Now, right from here, just throw it right into the back of the ball. Throw it right into the back of the ball. Of course, the faster you do that, the more power you generate. See, the formula for distance is velocity squared times mass equals distance. Velocity squared. How fast are you moving the club? So it's not just centrifugal force. It's also the, what I call the whip. Absolutely, it's the whip. It's a definite throwing action. It's a definite throw. It's a push. Push it down and out. Throw it down and out, however you want to call it. But it's right from the very top. Right from the very top. And you're doing it with your hands, And you almost can't help but do that right. It squares itself up, depending on how you're holding the club. So if you're going to teach to somebody, you start off, first of all, little chip shots, lock it under the heels so they don't get wristy, right? Now the right form takes it back, always swinging the club past your left shoulder. Watch how the club goes past my left shoulder. See it? It ain't up one straight line. Whereas what we've been taught an awful lot is to drag. And where does the ball go? To the right. Yeah? It goes to the right. It's just a different interpretation of the same thing. Well, in the book they call it drag loading, but unfortunately people just hang on to it too long and they don't allow this to become straight. On the other hand, if your thought was pushing the club head to there, right from here you pushed it to there, you see, what did your body do? Not a darn thing. It's followed rather than led. So now when you take that up a little higher, you turn first and you bring it straight up. We got a 90-degree wrist locker, and that's all you really need. And the hip is turned out of the way. Now, right from here is there. You do anything else other than that, you're going to throw it out across the leg. And that's the big key, Lee. That's the big key. Right from here, it's there. Just throw it down and out on the plane. Down and out are two words that are simultaneous. Down and out on the plane angle. It's not just vertically down. And it's just not out. It's down and out. Down and out. And you can see, you end up in a vertical line. You don't end up leaning backward. You don't end up leaning here. You end up leaning there. You should be straight up here. Your left foot would be flat. You're not leaning back. You're still there. The idea? Because your momentum would have carried you through to a full balance finish. You notice the left foot is still perfectly flat. It's not bowled over. We have to eliminate the idea of lateral motion on the forward swing or the back swing. There's no lateral motion involved at all. What's actually moved is the head. And your head weighs about 18 pounds. And at the top of the backswing, you feel like it's moved, but it hasn't. And when you hit the ball, it's still where it was. Now, rocking action, while the left's coming up, the shoulder goes down, but now you let the head move forward now, over your left leg. And that's the only time that the head really moves. And that's after you hit the ball. And then the key is learning that if you do this from the top, try to uncock your right wrist, down and out on the plane angle, you can't be doing that. And that's what the golfers do. They try to throw the club face the ball, and that's what messes them up. So here you're trying to, like driving a stake into the ground from back here, by uncocking both wrists here. It won't look like that on TV. It will look like this on TV. A high-speed camera will look like that. But by the time you think you're doing this, it already looks like that. The illusion. You got it? So you start with your little chip shots with the right forearm down landing, and then you go to your pitches and gradually work it up. So right forearm, the magic of the right forearm, and understanding this throw from the top. It's actually called push. It's called a push basic stroke. Okay? And you can be really relaxed doing it. Just turn right here. Push. Shoo. Okay. Turn it. What I do, I just turn it. And when I turn it, my right hip stacked back, and now right from there, push. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Huh. You just try it. You're going to be surprised how well it works. Because if you try to throw it this way, you can't be doing that. And that ought to do it.